We're live, and here to talk to me today about some of the Snyder fans from yesterday losing their shit about the Peacemaker finale. It's K Dots.
Yo,
What's up, K Dots?
yo, what's up, everybody? I have some news from Walter Mata and Sarnoff and Toby Emmerich. I am currently on their payroll. They have sent me news that a possible raid of the water tower at Warner Brothers will happen by
This,
some individuals
yeah,
on March 4th. That's what I heard. I
yep.
can't
I
say
mean,
no more.
it's pretty dire times here. I mean, the Snyder fans are out for blood since Aquaman came on the season finale and said the F word. They've been just throbbing at the mouths. You know what I'm saying? Since Aquaman was completely out of character, right? K Dot's just completely out of character. I would never expected him to say the F bomb.
Yep, and he totally popped up on stream like on the screen having sex with like a whale and stuff. It was disgusting. Horrible adaptation of him. I can't believe he was having sex with a whale right in front of the whole screen, in front of everybody. How could he have sex with fish, man?
I know, man. It's so
I
fucked
like
up.
it. I've like this is a honest, like a betrayal. Like this man just becomes king, and now he just starting to have sex with all the fish in his kingdom.
He's raping these fish. They have no choice but to have sex with Aquaman. He's bending them to his will.
It's honestly disgusting.
I can't believe James Gunn would do something like this, guys. but yeah, for real though, I watched the Peacemaker season finale and I thought it was excellent wrap up to the season of the show.
Dude,
And then you go on Twitter.
I love that finale, and honestly, if the Justice League didn't pop up, I still would have liked that finale.
Yeah, me too.
Even if it didn't pop up, it was just like the cameo. A lot of people say it's kind of like a little meaningless story wise. It's not needed. You know, I can agree that it's not needed, but hey, it was just a little. It was just a little piece of dessert that Gunn wanted to give us, and that's it. It's a cameo, just some dessert, and boom, that's it.
Right? That's all it was, and people lost their fucking minds. What's up, Tony? Tony, always great to see Tony.
Except Tony.
But yeah, dude, it was nothing too. It was a friendly banter between Flash and Aquaman.
Right.
And people think it's a betrayal of the characters. When you go to Zack Snyder's Justice League, they're doing the same thing in that movie. You know, I think there's even more banter in between them in Zack Snyder's version, right?
Like the part when Flash, I mean, I'm not trying to say this is full on banter, like in a joking way, but it's banter. The part when Aquaman and Cyborg walk up on Steppenwolf and Aquaman does that wave to the Steppenwolf, and then he lets the Cyborg like round two, let's go.
Right?
You know, like it's
Hell
banter.
yeah.
You know, like I understand when it can get too excessive, like you know, you watching Infinity War and like Captain America and Thor's joking about like, oh, you copied my beard, Captain America, yay. If it's some stuff, all right, if it's taking it too far like that, I can understand. But in this moment, like it was just Barry teasing Aquaman. Barry was actually teasing Aquaman. There's some people who think, I'm not saying everybody, but some people who I've talked to on Twitter these past couple of days since the finale came out thinks Barry was telling the truth. Barry was teasing Aquaman. Like Barry literally the Flash when he's when he just the animated anything, he teases his team members.
Oh yeah.
Like
Barry is usually the funny one. Barry is the funny one. People try to say like Wally West is the only funny one. He's the only funny Flash. Like you guys have never read any Flash books.
Barry's also funny too. He's not as like super quirky or goofy as Wally. Not saying Wally's bad goofy, but like that's just difference between them. They're both still have a sense of humor though, and they're willing to, you know, crack some jokes and just be the light side of the team, like, you know, make it feel a little bit more human.
Yeah. Usually the banter in the books is between Hal Jordan and Barry Allen, right? Yeah. Usually they're bantering back and forth a lot. But we don't got Hal Jordan, we got Aquaman, so that's like the surrogate replacement right there. But dude, so fucking crazy how people no wonder they don't get sarcasm. The Lantern. I mean, the fucking Snyder fans, they don't understand sarcasm. No shit.
Right, because
you know,
like if they can't realize that is a joke and they take that serious, it's like moving forward in these movies and stuff. You know, it's like anything that's a slight joke, they're gonna take it to heart when you shouldn't be taking it to heart. Now, I will give them this: if if Warner Brothers was doing something like, I don't know, Aquaman popped up and like he got one shotted by Peacemaker or something, like they really just like straight up disrespect their characters and write them in such a bad way that they're a shell of their former selves. Or like, I don't know, Superman pops up and he gets like taken over by a butterfly somehow, and they just like, just doing dumb stuff for their characters, then yeah, but that wasn't nothing to get mad about.
Yeah, and it's not like it was a throwaway joke too. Like they built up this Aquaman gag, this whole
Yeah,
it's not like it was not thoughtful. You know what I'm saying? Like they
right.
definitely thought it through.
Yeah, I think James Gunn intent, because he did say he wanted the Justice League like prior to release in his show, but like that was like, when he said that, you couldn't really tell if he was like he actually got the Justice League in there. It was like, I want to put this in my show, but it's not like no confirmation. That's why him building it up just in case and the surprise cameo, it's like it kind of worked out, because maybe at the last minute, I think at the last minute he got them to come on to do while he was filming. It wasn't like it wasn't prior to when they started filming. It was in the midst of filming when he got them to come in.
Yeah, and that article just came out, I think, like today or yesterday, about Gunn talking about, how he got Jason Momoa and Ezra Miller on to do this cameo, right?
Yeah, he got Ezra. He filmed Ezra. Well, Marvel Studios filmed him in Australia, and the black dude Mern, he did some footage. No, was it Momoa or Mern? Well, they said they both each did footage on different lots for DC and Marvel movies.
Yeah, that's why there's that moment where Peacemaker walks past Aquaman, and it's like he doesn't quite make eye contact with him because he's not there physically.
Yeah. Like you can tell it's a stunt double.
Yeah. So
and his face is kind of like a shadow and stuff, and then the way they zoom it in and zoom it out, like they're not there, but they was able to film it to where it looks like they are all together on that set.
Yeah.
Now, Superman and Gal Gadot, well, Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot wasn't there. Now, this is the only reason I can say Gal Gadot wasn't there. She was filming other movies and stuff, and she didn't have time. She did Death in the Nile, Red Notice.
Oh yeah,
not saying those movies are good or bad or not. I haven't seen them, but she was clearly doing stuff. She'd been filming.
But what the hell was Henry Cavill doing? I think Henry Cavill is still discussing a salary and shit with that, like that.
Now this is my thing for Cavill. It has to be one of these three things. Either they're still figuring out his contract with the money. Somebody's not budging on the contract with the money. Yes. Scheduling issues for him, or Warner Brothers simply, just like with Zack Snyder, just do not want to work Henry Cavill. It's either those three things.
But it's interesting that
I doubt it's the third one. I think it's a money issue.
It is a money issue.
It's money.
It's got to be, because like they have no problem using Henry's likeness. Like that's definitely Henry Cavill Superman. That's floating there, like without doubt, his silhouette and everything. And people were calling Gunn racist because he didn't put in Cyborg. Well, we all know why Ray Fisher wasn't there. He had his chance. You know what I'm saying? Like he had his chance.
Ben Affleck's Batman wasn't there too. And this is pretty much
confirming that he's not going to be Batman anymore after Flash.
Right.
Yeah.
That roster was just confirmation of who's going to be here and who's going to not be here. Henry Cavill Superman, whether it be Henry Cavill or not, that version of Superman might be tweaked a little bit in the future, but he's gonna stay. Now I don't believe these rumors that Supergirl is taking. I never believed them, but Supergirl taking over for Superman.
No, she's just gonna be there alongside Superman, dude, like she always is. You know what I'm saying? Like people be panicking too much about this stuff. But I noticed that most people that hate this finale so much have the word Snyder in their bio somewhere. Of course, your father. Nerdman, as Tony pointed out earlier, is not a fan of it. But then again, Nerdman hasn't seen every episode yet.
Right. So Nerdman had to go and Nerdman it up a little bit.
He had to ham it up a little bit. I know he goes a little over the top sometimes. Walter Hamada has joined the building, of course. The future is Hamada right now.
Yeah, and BlackRock brought up a good comment. Henry Cavill needs a new agent.
For sure. I think his agent's the same as The Rock's, right? It's like something like that.
Because look, I'm not saying Henry Cavill is not a better like star actor than The Rock, but like The Rock has been in Hollywood for years. Like he knows he knows his way around here. Henry Cavill, his career, he really blew up in 2013 after doing Superman. He did that movie prior to that was the Immortals, the movies, the gods and stuff. It was okay. Like he's not that deep into Hollywood to where he can.
Yeah, Immortals was his first like big picture, and that like was a huge bomb, kind of. Like, but The Witcher actually raised his stock. The Witcher definitely was raising his stock a little bit, but still,
right. He doesn't have a career like The Rock. Like The Rock can get leverage. The Rock and his agent, they have the experience. They've been there for a long time.
There's more people following The Rock than anybody else on the planet. Like as far as social media and stuff, like I think The Rock has the most followers on the planet. Like, you know what I'm saying? So stick with him.
Well, I think Cavill might need a new agent. If they're discussing stuff about money and the agent's trying to like, we need more money, like she needs to have them relax. Because over time, he's eventually going to get paid more.
Oh, yeah. Now, like, I know if you think about this, Robert Pattinson is a much better actor than Henry Cavill in my book.
Oh, yeah.
He's only getting paid like $4 million to be Batman.
Yeah.
That's it. He's getting paid fucking pennies to be Batman right now. And Henry Cavill is wanting something like close to 20 million or something like that. Something crazy.
Right. But like over time, Robert, as he do these movies more, he's going to get more money because especially his franchise. And also, if you remember, he signed that deal with HBO to do like the Gotham show and some other Batman related projects. So, you know, he's going to be getting more money through there.
Do you think WB would say fuck it and bring Tyler Hoechlin over from Superman Lois? I don't know. I don't know if they want to keep the TV universe separate from the movie universe. We'll see when The Flash comes out. We're going to see some kind of references to this.
If we see Grant Gustin show up in his Flash movie, then anything's to go with the TV characters.
Mm-hmm.
Anything can go. If Grant Gustin pops up again, not saying that he won't, but also we have to remember that they put a movie character in the Crisis crossover. Doesn't mean that's them putting TV. Yes, they connect to TV and movie universe, but it's not like they put a TV actor in the movie universe. Yeah. Like there's differences to that. So
right, because the Suicide Squad movie, they brought those characters and put them on HBO Max in a TV show, but they haven't really done the reverse yet. You have to put like a CW actor.
Yeah, they haven't put no CW people in these movies yet. Like, you know, if we see
I think Tyler's a good Superman too. I think he could definitely pull it off.
Like he can definitely like if they make him Superman in the main universe, I'll be fine with it. You know, I'm not gonna trip about him not being so big and bulky, but you know, I can take him as Superman. He's after Supergirl, he's gotten better. Like Superman Lois is his redemption. Now we're on season 2. This is CW. Season 3, stuff may fall apart, but so far he has been redeemed in my eyes.
And the production values on Superman Lois are like way higher than any CW show I've seen. Like,
right. Like you can still tell it's like cable TV budget, but if you take that show, put a show like that on HBO Max as it is, it will look even better.
Yeah. All right, but back to the Snyder fans losing their minds over Aquaman and Flash. What do you think it is? Do you think it's just because Snyder is no longer involved in the movies?
It's because Snyder's not doing it. I'm telling you, if Snyder did that exact sequence, they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, cinema!"
Yeah. And it's funny because you watch that scene and it's extra dark. You know what I'm saying? Like the lighting's extra just to mimic what Snyder was doing with his movies.
Yeah, like when he came in, like it kind of felt like a Snyder vibe anyways. You know, it was already dark. And when like the styles for Snyder when he takes Flash's suit, while it's naturally a bright red suit, but in his movie, it looks like a dark red suit with how he does his colors and stuff. Like it looks like a dark red Flash suit. And that's what it looked like in this. Like, you know, James was trying to stay to a certain style because James and Zack Snyder is friends.
Yeah. Dude, if it wasn't for James Gunn, Zack Snyder wouldn't have a career. I don't think people realize that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he wrote Dawn of the Dead. You know what I'm saying? Right. It was his ideas for Dawn of the Dead. And Zack Snyder made that into a movie that was very successful. If it wasn't for James Gunn's script, that movie wouldn't have been successful. So Zack Snyder has him to thank for having a career. And people just want to keep making those jokes about James Gunn's old tweets about touching children. Like they're taking jokes and acting like they're statements here. Like that's like
right. And look, I'll say this, Gunn's jokes back then, they weren't good jokes, but it's not to like that's
they're not
not
statements.
Yeah, it's nothing to like keep holding over him, and also to use it to like boost up your own narrative and tear him down, because it's like that stuff happened over 10 years ago. Like that shit's old. Like
yeah.
And he also apologized for it. It is different if he actually gets caught doing these activities. Then it's a different story.
It's much different. He's going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like
because you can't really make a statement about somebody and accuse them of something based off what they say, because guess what happens when you judge a book by its cover. A lot of times,
what's up, Hunter Iggy? Hunter Iggy, I'll give you a quick response. Cody Rhodes going back to WWE. He's doing it for a paycheck, guys. He's going to go to make his money. He'll come back to AEW. The reason he left AEW was he wasn't getting his booking. He wasn't allowed to book anymore. I think somebody else took over the booking roles. That's just a quick little response for that. I know. I'm a wrestling fan as well.
Oh, make that paycheck, Cody.
I know. There was something wrong with the booking. Like he was upset that he wasn't allowed to book his own matches or something like that. I don't know. It was something more nuanced than just him wanting more money. What's up, Brian C? But yeah, that's a little side bit. Anyway, back to Peacemaker.
Real quick, bring up Walter's comment, because like that's the funny thing about it. Like that's why I kind of like when Snyder praises these other directors, because people think Snyder dates these other directors like Juan and
no.
he doesn't have no beef with these. Like he has more issue with WB, and he can have whatever issues he want. I don't fault him on that. But like I remember when Wonder Woman 84 came out, and then Gunn, not Gunn, but Zack Snyder showed a little bit of love for it.
Yeah, he was like the first person to come out and say he liked the movie. You know what I'm
saying? And people in that thread that was a Snyder fan was like, oh my gosh, the big man said he likes it. I like it too.
And then they see Jeff John's name, and then they all fucking start shitting their pants.
Right. And then everywhere else like, oh, I fucking hate this movie, trash. And look, if anybody doesn't like Wonder Woman 84, that is totally fine. I'm just calling out some stuff I noticed when a certain person did something and others reacted to it. That's all I'll say.
And yeah, man, I'm so over a lot of these Snyder Cult guys, because it's insane. It's becoming insanity. You know what I'm saying? Because not everything has to be what Zack Snyder was doing. And Peacemaker is definitely a show that should not be doing what Zack Snyder was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like Peacemaker is such an insignificant, nothing character that it makes sense to make him comedic. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes sense for that.
And he ended up doing this good. And I'm like, and it just goes down to the style, that intro, the characters like Vigilante, Adebayo, the cast, the people, and it took so much good things in here to help Peacemaker be so much of a more recognizable character than he already is. And the fact that you casted John Cena to play him. But I did want to bring this up too, because I'll give the Snyder Bros this one thing. I don't want to see James Gunn direct a Justice League movie. I'm down to see him do other DC products. Like hopefully, I really want to see him do a Lobo show, like with actual CGI Lobo. He's all big and stuff, and looking like the main man. But like, I don't want to see him do Justice League, because I know his style. For me, with this show, and I call this out too, because a lot of people who watch this don't want to watch the show because I agree. Because it's too goofy. It's dick and fart jokes. I'm like, well, didn't you watch the Guardians movies? Because it's dick and fart jokes in those movies too. Just saying.
There's literally penises in Man of Steel. Like every time they bring up like the immature humor with James Gunn, I just put the fucking penises from Man of Steel and the vaginas on the walls. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, when I first watched Man of Steel, I did not. Well, my first two watches, I did not realize they look like dicks.
Oh yeah, dude. 100%. It's all about like the symbolism. Like it's the birth of Superman, so we got to have a lot of penises and vaginas in the movie. Right. I don't know how I feel about that. Like having a bunch of dicks and vaginas in a Superman movie that's going to be seen for years by children. I don't know how I feel about that. I think Zack Snyder was doing a lot of odd things with that.
Oh yeah,
Joker War Saga, yeah.
but I don't want to see him do a Justice League movie. I just want to see him still do his own thing, do his own side project. Because as I want in DC, a variety of content, because over here we're getting stuff like Joker and the Batman. Now, I'm not saying they can never give it to us, but if in the MCU, you'll never see a film like a Joker or the Batman over there. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a variety of what we can get, tones, types of stories you can do.
That's why I was calling my podcast DC Films Unlimited.
Yeah,
because there's unlimited directions they can go technically.
Yes.
Yeah, man, the Batman's gonna be wildly different than Peacemaker. It's gonna be a grounded, serious story,
and that's what I like. And that's how this how I'm just gonna look at these films moving forward for the DCU, not the DCEU, just all of them. Look at them as like, yes, the main universe will connect, but like, because people been confusing connectivity with like quality of film. Like, it never been a requirement for like films to have to connect, especially if it's in the cinematic universe. Like, that's, to me, a cinematic universe is like a bonus and add on to a film. That's like extra DLC stuff. To me, a film has to be able to stand alone, even if it's like in a trilogy or something. One film has to stand alone as a movie. Like, I need to be able to watch this, and I don't need to like watch all this other stuff or wait for this next movie to understand why this movie is good or is to validate why it's as good as the director is saying it is.
100%.
The movie's got to stand alone, shows too. And I feel like this is why Peacemaker stands on so well, because even if the Justice didn't pop up, this finale is still solid.
Yeah. And James Gunn, actually, I think he said, somebody asked him if he would do like Justice League or something like that, and he said he would not want to do something that big a scale.
Yeah,
he would much rather stick with these smaller, lesser known characters.
And I'm
glad Plastic Man.
Yeah,
Plastic Man would be perfect for Gunn. Booster Gold would be perfect for Gunn. There's a bunch of characters like that.
Ted Cord, Blue Beetle. Like, I'm glad he's willing to do that, because I would have never got a badass character like Bloodsport to come to the live action screen like the way he did. And I'm not saying I'm a big Bloodsport fan now, but I'm a fan of Bloodsport character. Like, yo, Bloodsport's tight.
Yeah, Idris Elba made him cool. You know what I'm saying?
now just give me a show of Bloodsport trying to assassinate Superman.
Right?
3 episodes.
Yeah, see that. Yeah.
3 episode Miniseries of Bloodsport assassinate Superman.
Hunter Iggy asks a good question here about the Wonder Twins. Who do you think the next DC hero to make it to the big screen? Who do you want to see next? I don't think the Wonder Twins are going to make it to a big screen. I feel like they're going to be like an HBO Max, like family type thing. Max. Yeah, it's going to be more family friendly though. Wonder Twins, like the next hero to make it to the big screen is Blue Beetle, but after that, I don't know.
Yeah, all I'll say is change the brother's powers. The brother needs some help. The brother needs, like, I used to like the sister. I also in the monkey, like, those are my favorite characters. But the brother, oh my gosh, I'm not sure if you remember the episodes Lantern, but in Wonder Twins, I swear, when you used to transform, like, Wonder Twins powers activate, form of water. She threw him inside of a bucket. And I swear they used to take out building fires with a bucket of water. I swear they did. I'll find the clips. You guys,
I remember the Family Guy jokes of the Wonder Twins.
To take out fires.
The form of steam. The form of steam.
But yeah, I'm down for a Wonder Twins. It's not something I'm asking for, but just fix the brother's powers. The sister's fine, and the sidekick chimpanzee is cool.
Was the Snyder Cult trying to review bomb Peacemaker last week?
I have not seen that.
It didn't work. Peacemaker is the highest reviewed TV show.
I wouldn't be shocked if they are currently doing that, but I did not know.
It's crazy.
I remember that was happening for Godzilla versus Kong, but I don't know about that for Peacemaker.
That didn't work though, because I'm looking at Peacemaker's score. It's like a 95 or something like that.
Yep.
Dude, it's the highest rated DC thing, like, in a decade here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and look, I don't really use a lot of these review sites or look at them or care about what they say that much, but like, this is the thing that DC needs, and more people liking it than actually being divided or disliking it. Because like having divisive content, not saying there's nothing wrong with it. Some stuff can be divisive, but it's in a good way. Like let's say a Joker came out and it had like a very divisive score, because that's the type of movie where deep conversations come up where like people could be divided. Makes sense. But nobody should be divided on a Superman movie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like,
I mean, there shouldn't have been, dude.
There shouldn't be no split in the audience where someone's like, well,
he shouldn't have killed the Zod. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was the main thing. I feel like
right,
and kill Zod.
Hey, right,
I don't think there's that divisiveness. Yeah.
And hey, I defend that based on the way Zack wrote it. Like I can understand why he did it, but he shouldn't have killed Zod. But I understand why in that situation he had to.
And it's what I think this Flash movie is going to correct. Like that's the thing it's going to change the universe, because Superman shouldn't be killing. Like I mean, I don't think that's right.
Oh wait, you think Barry's gonna run in while Zod's about to hit those people? Barry grabs him,
takes him to another universe because Zod and Faora are both in the Flash.
Yeah.
Why are they in that? They're dead. Like
and see, that's why I'm wondering, because like they can actually, because they already have the footage to like have Barry go in there and just like move things out the way. But it seems like they're gonna film new scenes of Zod and Faora.
Yeah, new scenes. Which like, how does that work? Because she's in the Phantom Zone. He has his neck snap.
So
it's got to take place before that.
But I'm guessing, but before the Phantom Zone closes on Faora and them, I think that's when the changes happen.
Push Zod into the Phantom Zone. Because that's all it would take. You just shove them in the Phantom Zone. That way they can come back later in some other way, But still, yeah, you're right. Man of Steel should not have been divisive like that. Yeah, it's a Superman movie. It's supposed to be for everybody.
Right, like at least like I say, it depends on the characters. I understand why some characters will be divisive, but Joker should be more divisive than Superman if you're doing a Joker movie.
100%.
When you walk out of a Superman movie, you should be out like, wow, I like this movie. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I love this.
As much as I disagree with Jody and Andy, they're both right about the Snyder movements has become toxic. They became toxic a while ago.
Look, I'll say this. That's the only thing I don't disagree with those two on. I'll say that because it's like,
dude, I haven't watched an Andy video since he started doing the Britney Spears shit. I haven't watched a single one.
All I know
it's been like a year.
Breaking.
Dude.
But like, dude, they just these fans have gotten a little too much. Like, I understand why they feel the way they feel. I understand they want that Snyder
because they were brainwashed by Ray Fisher, Zack Snyder. That's why they're feeling the way they're feeling.
Like, hey, bro, I would say that I'm willing to see Zack Snyder come back and do like just what James Gunn's doing, small characters, like no Justice League people, just small minimal characters, which won't happen. But like, I'm down to see him. I would be down to see him come back, but to not get as much power as he did. And at the end of the day, I tell people this: did his universe even really matter? Because he was going to Flashpoint it anyways. And we know when Flashpoint came out, nothing prior really mattered because they rebooted everything. Like when you do Flashpoint, nothing really matters before. So it's like, what would have been the point to build up all this Justice League 1, 2, 3, and all this just to Flashpoint it in such a short time? Because it was, if we go by the original slate, I think by the time 2021 they were supposed to be done with Zack's whole arc. Like, wasn't it by 2021? I think
it was by we were supposed to have both these Justice League sequels by now.
Like it was going to be done very soon, and it's like in a small length of time. And I'm like, that's cool and all, but trying to build a universe, whatever.
It's just crazy. It's crazy because they're acting like that one Justice League cameo is like a slight against their like lives. You know what I'm saying? Like right, it's a personal attack against them because they used Aquaman and Aquaman said fuck. Even though Batman said fuck in Zack Snyder's Justice League, that's fine.
He said it. He said it 2 times. He's like fuck. He's like,
oh, I'll fucking kill you, Joker. Like Batman would Would he say that? I don't know.
He was looking at Joker. You know, this is how deep that fuck was. The spit came out too. It's like, fuck you, Joker. You saw the fucking spit came out. That's how deep that fuck was.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This Andy thinks he has a news channel now because he covers Britney Spears all the time. Yeah, I know.
It's also heartbreaking that he thinks he's a news channel.
That's right. Cyborg did say it. Zack. He said, "Fuck the world." Right? That's Cyborg's big line. Fuck the world. Like, why is that? I don't even know why he said that.
Fuck the world, but I'm gonna put all this money in your bank, so you know, even though the world's gonna die, fuck the world. But here's some money.
It wasn't even like he was taking from the rich and giving to the poor too. He was just giving a poor person more money.
Right.
Like the IRS is gonna find out about that shit. You know what I'm saying? You just made her life more difficult.
Dude, I think as soon as she saw that money, like realized it went into her account, she got home shortly after. FBI fucking raided her place like they did for Rorschach and Watchmen.
Yeah, dude.
She literally had to fight her way out, jump out the window.
They'll think you're a drug dealer if you get that much money in your fucking account. You know what I'm saying? Out of nowhere. Batman killed 20 people in BVS, but kept Joker alive. No, yeah, I know.
Yeah, crazy.
I know. It's Zack Snyder didn't think it through.
It's hey, look, and real quick, I'll say this. Dude, I'm totally fine with Batman killing if it makes sense. Like, if Batman's gonna kill, Joker cannot be alive. Like, I'm not saying he has to kill all the villains, but like that's one of the villains that he would definitely go and kill first. But to be fair, Batman killed anyways. Damn, he would actually clear out Gotham in like a week.
Right? Yeah, that's the problem. You can't have the heroes killing. Like that's what makes them heroes.
No, you can have heroes kill, but Batman specific. That man is a tech. He's a genius mastermind. Look at what he did to the Justice League.
What was that? Drag racing going on right now?
Crazy kids and stuff. But like, you know, if you gave Batman the ability to kill, not saying it's ability, but like you let him kill, that dude's a mastermind. Give him the power to kill. And he does it, I guarantee Batman will have half a crime limited in Gotham in like a week.
Yeah. If we remember Batman Begins, he did kill Ra's al Ghul at the end, for sure. I don't have to say he tried to justify it in his own head, but yeah, he totally killed Ra's al Ghul. You know what I'm saying?
To be fair, Ra's al Ghul did leave him to die in his own burning house. Even though Batman did save him early in the movie, to be fair.
How about this? This guy says he got a lot of hate on Twitter because he said the Justice League cameo and Peacemaker felt like the characters from Justice League. I didn't get that at all. I mean, all we got was one line from Aquaman and Flash banter. I saw the same kind of banter in Zack Snyder's Justice League.
And I mean, the Joss Whedon version is canon, so technically that is still their versions.
Yeah.
So.
But dude, the thing is, like, people refuse to see how similar Zack Snyder and Joss Whedon's cuts really are. Like, they're very similar. There's only some slight differences. You know what I'm saying? It's not like
one's just a little bit more serious than the other, but like they're not that much
the same story. Different. There's still the League coming together to stop Steppenwolf from uniting the mother boxes. It's the same type of story happening.
Right.
It's the same type of banter, same type of jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you don't get Flash falling on Wonder Woman's tits, right? You don't get that, but you get Flash caressing Iris's hair as he's carrying her. Like, you're switching one for the other. They're all kind of the same thing. At least that's what I think. At the end of the day, people give me a lot of hate for that too.
Yeah, and you know, like these are technically their versions. Joss Whedon Justice League is canon, and I saw some on Twitter. I'm not sure if you saw it. I think it was RJ or Supervisor who posted it. Somebody got butthurt that that unbiased Snyder fan account dude on Twitter.
Oh, you have to name him.
His name is literally unbiased Snyder fan.
Oh, yeah.
He wrote a comment where he was butthurt about Superman having a red cape and not the Zack Snyder Justice League black suit.
Right.
Because it was pretty much confirmation that it wasn't canon.
That makes sense. And it shouldn't be a fucking black suit. That's another thing that pissed me off about Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's just like, why is he wearing a black suit? Like,
he walked past that perfectly clean red and blue modified suit.
No hole in it. It's perfect.
looked like it was decked out and stuff. I thought it was a Supergirl suit, but I was like, nah, I don't see any like holes for boobies. It looks like pecs. So put the suit on, man. It's perfect. But he just watched his black ones. Like, I'm just putting it on. Yeah, black.
Ryan C. Joker killed himself in Arkham City because he knocked the vial out of Batman's hands. I remember that game.
Yeah. Joker killed himself.
He killed himself.
Well, yeah, he made himself fall. I remember. Well, no, he fell. He fell on the vial, and then he was trying to drink. Yeah, he killed himself.
I remember that shit.
I swear, I think Batman did throw the batarang at that thing that made him fall.
But Batman even has a line in that game where he's like, "I would have saved you," like type thing. Like
right.
Even at his worst.
But at that point, he was dying. Like it was no way for him to help him in time. He was gonna die before he got to the hospital, anyways. Joker.
Why are these DC directors so afraid to give age appropriate Robin? Snyder killed him. Nolan didn't show him, and Robin's old as fuck.
Oh, Murdoch. Matt Reeves is down to do it. He wants to do it 13. If he gets a chance to do a second movie, which he will. I don't know why Matt Reeves thinks he's not going to get a second movie. But directors gotta say stuff like that. Mm-hmm. He wants to do a 13-year-old Robin and Mr. Freeze. So I guarantee in his trilogy, we're gonna get a Robin based off that. He said he wants to do it.
You think Tom
Robert Pattinson's down for it?
You think Tom Holland's gonna play Robin? No, they can make him look 13.
Tom Holland as Robin. I mean, technically, he plays Robin in the MCU next to Iron Man, so it'll be perfect.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't be mad at that if he played a young Dick Grayson. I mean, he still looks like a 13-year-old boy, so.
I know. It's kind of weird, Batman with a 13-year-old boy. It is kind of fucked up. Your child endangerment, type thing. Like,
well, I'm not saying he has to be 13, like maybe age 15 at most.
15, 16, something like that.
Yeah, 15, 16. He don't got to be an adult either, like the Robin and Batman and Robin, but 15, 16, I think that's a good age for a Robin.
Yeah. According to like the prequel novel to the Batman movie, there's going to be like Batman's not as rich or something like that. Like he's not going to be like this billionaire.
Yeah, because they said in the trailer, that black chick told him she told him like, I noticed you're not doing as much philanthropy as your parents. Yeah. It's probably due to him not having as much money to do.
He's spending it all on his Batman equipment. You know what I'm saying? Like he's spending it all.
And then by the end of the movie, he's gonna realize I need to balance out my money. I need an accountant.
Then he hires Lucius Fox or not.
Lucius, manage my money.
But yeah, man. Any more thoughts on the Peacemaker for now? I thought the series was great. I thought the show was really good. It was really funny. There was a bunch of times I laughed out loud pretty hard.
Dude, with the funniest thing from this episode, for me, the two things was the human torpedo shit and the fucking and when a condom was tripped over that fence.
It broke his leg. He's like, what the fuck?
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was dying.
I for a second I thought his leg fell off. I thought his leg fell off. I was like, did his leg just fucking fall off? Because I was getting vibes I was kind of getting almost Zack Snyder Justice League vibes with the ending where like all the heroes lose, and then I was like, oh shit, Flash is about to come in time travel and shit and revive him.
Dude, that's what I thought. When Hardcore was on the ground and like the music was like kind of fading out, I thought, oh shit, we're about to get a Flashpoint moment and everything's about to reset.
Someone's about to Flashpoint this shit.
Yeah, I know.
But nah, she just got shot. I'm okay with that. I already knew she wasn't going to die because it was rumored that she was going to be in Black Adam. So
now I wonder if that's still happening, because I thought that was going to be some cameos like Black Adam or something showing up.
Yeah, she. Well, what I was thinking, this is the cameo I thought we was going to get, like a tease of Jaime Reyes' Blue Beetle for the Blue Beetle film. That's what I thought we was going to get a tease for. Mm-hmm. But if Justice League, so that's even better.
I've noticed WB, like they've been picking some very low level actors for these upcoming movies, like Justice Society of America. The guy playing Adam and the girl playing Cyclone, they're no names, like
the guy playing Adam Smasher, I'd never seen him before.
Complete rando, and the guy playing Blue Beetle, I don't think I've seen him either. So, it's interesting. They're trying to build up new stars around The Rock. That's cool. But anyway, I think that's gonna wrap it up. I think people that are freaking out about this Aquaman thing and Peacemaker, they probably got Snyder in their bio, so that's why they're freaking out.
Yeah,
Like they're gonna do about every film.
yeah, that's why every time I see someone hating on it, people can dislike it.
I clicked
Like
the
if they're
profile
hating it,
part.
I always check the bio. I'm like, let me check your bio real quick. Restore the Snyderverse. I see Red Fisher. Oh, nice.
It's every time, dude.
That's why I'm not sure if you saw my tweets recently. I was calling them all Snyder bots. And I wasn't just calling them Snyder bots to call them Snyder bots. I checked their bio first.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a Snyder bot. I'm like, oh my gosh, these people are so predictable.
100%.
They should take Restore the Snyderverse stuff out their name, so I can't call them a Snyder bot, so they can use it against me and say, ha ha ha, I'm actually a DC fan. So just to give them the benefit.
Is there somebody dying in your like apartment or like street outside? What is happening?
Kids outside playing. Let me close the window. Better. You can't hear it now, right?
No. Dead shot. I agree. If it wasn't the Aquaman thing, it would have been something else they were going to bitch about.
Right.
Dude, them making every time they bring up the dick jokes in Peacemaker, it's too hypocritical because it's like you were fine with Zack Snyder actually putting dicks and doing Joker doing a reach around joke. You're fine with that,
right?
And
that's why, like, that's also the other thing too. Like with people with the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker, like this is my thing. How I ain't gonna lie. When I first saw the Suicide Squad trailers, I was like, it's a little bit too goofy. But it's like, this is James Gunn style. This is what he does. And I'm like this. I accept what he did in Guardians 1 and 2, while I still think a lot of the comedy undercut some things. But still, I accept what he did. But the thing about it is, I'm not gonna sit here and be fake about it, because I was rolling with it for Guardians, and it's the same type of humor. And there's some people who have watched the Guardians movies but won't give this shit a chance. I'm like, come on now. It's literally the same exact shit. It's just different characters, but it's the same type of style.
Oh yeah, it's James Gunn style. You know what I'm saying? It's his comedy, it's his writing. It's fine. It works for these characters.
It's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with the style. It's just that, if in order for you to enjoy this, you have to accept James Gunn's style for what it is. Like with Zack Snyder, I accept Zack Snyder's style for what it is.
Yeah,
it's just that it doesn't work for every single thing he tries to do. Like it worked in 300. It worked in Dawn of the Dead. Worked in Watchmen.
Yeah. Sucker Punch is his own thing entirely. It's the only thing he's ever created originally.
Also in Owls of Ga'Hoole.
I like Owls of Ga'Hoole.
Is there any slow motion in that movie?
What was that?
Was there any slow motion in that Ga'Hoole movie?
Oh yeah, tons of it.
Okay.
That movie's gorgeous. I highly recommend it if anyone hasn't seen it. Look it up. It's
at the time it looked great. It just didn't get the promotion that it needed back then. Like I remember seeing trailers, but it didn't get promoted heavily.
Dude, it was like a cartoon for kids, but like it was way too adult. You know what I'm saying? Like owls getting their heads cut off. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not very kid friendly. That's this thing with Zack. He doesn't get that, the audience is more than just adult. 25 to 32-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Like it's everybody.
You gotta, like, certain stuff you gotta make it for everybody.
Like it's fucking Superman. Everything. It should be for everybody. I don't know. It's fucking Superman, dude. Like, why? Yeah, watch Peacemaker, JoJo. It's not serious. I mean, it doesn't take sense. But there's so much nuance in the show, for sure.
Right, and don't watch Peacemaker just because it's like, it connects to the overarching DCU, but if you watch it as it is, like, you don't need to watch other stuff in order to like have to understand where Peacemaker is coming from, or why this show exists, or what's its significance into the universe, because it pretty much stands alone, which is its own little pocket world inside this bigger world where it is, because like it was all about just Peacemaker, the alien invasion, That's about it. It wasn't trying to connect to Black Adam or connect to anything else. Pretty much focused around the Suicide Squad lore. And the only thing you have to make sure you watch in next to this movie is the Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
and that's it. And then just Peacemaker. There's only two things you need to watch to understand why this show works the way it does.
Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree. Suicide Squad is the only thing that really needs to tie into it. And Viola Davis also made a cameo in that season finale. Like, how'd they get her? Like, damn.
Hey, someone came into my chat and saying that that was actually that was probably Viola Davis's house. They just
it might have been. Yeah,
probably what it probably was. She was like, I'm not coming on set. What the fuck?
but still, she's got to be. She's got to be one of the best actors they've ever had. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah, her Amanda Waller is so great.
Yeah, I mean, if they ever recast Amanda Waller, that's going to be the worst because no one's going to be better than Viola Davis. Like,
well, I'm not sure if you remember they had the girl from What's Love Got to Do with It. She played Tina Turner.
Oh, I don't remember. I do not remember.
But she played Amanda Waller in the Green Lantern movie.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. What's her name? I totally forgot her name. Yeah, she was the first Amanda Waller. Viola Davis.
Amanda Waller wasn't as like vicious as this Amanda Waller. That's my thing. Like I thought she was a good actor, but she wasn't as vicious as this Amanda Waller, or kind of scary.
It's so interesting that they were always trying to set up Amanda Waller, even way back then, way back in 2011. They're trying to set up Amanda Waller.
Yeah, that's what I say, man. If things was different, they should just continue with that Green Lantern movie and just started the universe there.
I know so many setbacks, and I feel like these Snyder fans, they just don't get it, man. Like if this Flash movie doesn't work, guess what happens? They have to reboot again. You know what I'm saying? They have to redo shit again. They're not going to bring back Snyder. They're just going to redo a new thing. It's going to be a new thing again. They're going to constantly be restarting until something hits. It's
and that's why
what I'm saying?
I with this Flash film, whether I see it before or not, I'm willing to just run with whatever they got. It's like, because I'm not trying to see them have to reboot again. But even if they have to reboot, yes, from a cinematic universe standpoint, DC can't match Marvel. But from
get past phase one.
But from a film standpoint, we can still match them film by film. So that's all we need. Just have good films at the end of the day. I don't care less about a cinematic universe, but just having great films, that's all you need.
Hell yeah, man. And per capita, I feel like DC does have great films. Going all the way back to like Batman '89 and Batman Returns. Those are great films.
Yep. Superman 1, Superman 2, man.
Batman Begins, Dark Knight, like per capita, like what MCU film compares to Dark Knight? You know what I'm saying? Like
still none at the moment.
You know what I'm saying? Joker, like it's very tough to compete with these films. The Batman's gonna be another one of those films that's just gonna be fucking unbelievable. I can't wait. We're only 2 weeks away from that. Are you going March 1st?
Yeah, dude. I want to see that prison sequence so bad when he not prison, but the
punches Gordon.
That's the one sequence I want to see from that whole movie. The GCPD escape.
That's gonna be awesome. Can't wait. And dude, there was a shot in one of the teasers.
Because this is the main reason why I want to see it. I want to see how the cops perceive Batman in this moment, like how they look at him. Because remember the first trailer, he's walking down that hall. And the cops are looking at him like, oh my gosh, who is this figure here? He looks like it's like, and he's still fresh with the police and stuff. Like I want to see their interactions and stuff and how they, just the regular officers, look at Batman at this moment. Like, are they against him? Are they with him? Do they give him these little side eyes and stuff? Like I would just want to see those little things in that whole sequence.
For sure. But yeah, man. I can't understand a lot of these Snyder fans thinking when it comes to this stuff. Like they can't understand it's a comedy show, that it's a jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I didn't say if it was a bad joke, then different story. But it wasn't bad. I laughed.
They set up that joke at the first episode of the season. Like. That's a long time for a payoff. So awesome. But, the show has a lot of nuance. I think JoJo said he hasn't seen it because he's worried about not being serious. There's moments of seriousness in the Peacemaker show. Like even in the last episode.
you're gonna get a whole bunch of like very emotional, even in episode 4. Not just I won't spoil it, but the end with Vigilante and Hardcore in the car.
Oh
A
yeah.
little moment there. Like there's moments when it gets very serious. It's just like any other.
The
It's just like
last
any other comedy.
Yeah.
Like there's some comedies, straight up comedies, like Scary Movie. But but the thing about comedies, majority of them, they have those serious moments in between, like The Fresh Prince. The Fresh Prince is a comedy sitcom,
Yeah.
but it has a whole bunch of serious moments in between where they take it serious and they try to get you to, latch onto these characters and get real emotional.
Yeah.
Bring
And
them
dude, John Cena sells it so well in the show. Like, he'll go from like being ridiculous to like,
serious, yeah.
crying. You know what I'm saying? Like a straight, full blown, like dropping tears.
I like the scene when we was doing naming all the people that Economos could have.
Oh yeah, he could have named himself.
It was prior to that when he got mad at him and was like and he got mad at him saying like, why did you frame my dad, you fat fuck? And I was like, damn. Now what I thought it was about to turn into a whole serious scene, but I was like, damn, he was just goofing off earlier, but then when he did that, I was like, wow. Now his whole tone just changed in like split second.
And dude, in the finale, there's a moment. I won't spoil it too much, but like John Cena is seeing a vision, and it's like his mind fucking with him, and he shoots a blow dart. And Hardcore sees John Cena do this to like nobody, right? Like,
dude,
she's seeing Peacemaker like losing his mind type thing. Like,
is just like in the comic, where I'm not sure if you know the tie between that. It's as do with his helmet, but when he does things to people, they talk to him.
That's cool. So I wonder if that's gonna be season 2 stuff too. Like more into that, because I feel like the whole nuance of the show is that Peacemaker is always trying to do whatever he can for peace, right? But he can't find peace within himself. Yes. That's the whole point of the show type thing. That's why we're going on this journey with this character.
And to be honest, season 2 kind of ended dark. Like he's still living with that. He has not moved on from the trauma.
Exactly. The show has more growth,
Right.
Yeah.
He has more growth for season 2. He still lives with that trauma in his head. He's still not done.
Peacemaker has no inner peace. It's brilliant. I don't know. It might be brilliant. You know what I'm saying? We'll see in a couple years if this stuff holds up. But, right now it's feeling pretty good. That's the stream, guys. I don't want it to go on too long. I know K-Dots has many things to do. And I got things to do. I'm actually going to go see Uncharted tonight with a lady. A lady. So that's going to be a lot of fun, guys. Hopefully Uncharted's not a complete train wreck. Jesus Christ.
You guys wish this man luck. He's about to watch possibly a bad superhero, video game movie. Wish him luck.
Trying to get an over the pants hand job. Trying to get that. All right. Might happen. It might. All right. Let's all.
No, you got to do the good old, cut the hole in the bottom of the popcorn thing.
Yeah. There you go.
It works. It works sometimes and stuff, but I would say be careful. You might get the cops called on you.
Maybe. Yeah, man. But thanks for joining me. That's it for now, guys. Peacemaker finale was fine. It was pretty good. Yeah. Aquaman was dope. I laughed pretty hard when he said "fuck you, Barry."
Just the appearance, bro. Epic.
Yeah. Did he say "fuck off, Barry" or "fuck you, Barry"?
he said "fuck you, Barry."
I thought it was funny as fuck. Just the way he delivered it. Jason Momoa is funny. He's got a natural, charm to everything he says.
It's just when he does the comedy, he does it like he's kind of like when he's subtle with it, it comes out funny, but like not in like, oh, you laugh at you funny, but like, oh, it's funny to laugh with him.
Oh yeah. But anyway, that's it, guys. Have a good one. We'll see y'all later.
Deuces.